Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and on this channel we're huge fans of WoW PvP, where we get to showcase a variety of different playstyles in our 5v5 1v1 dueling series. It's especially fun showing off some of the less than popular class specs, and my favorite spec of Arcane Mage found itself to be among the underrepresented playstyles, even though Arcane Mages hold some of the biggest PvP burst potential. It's the type of burst that's very powerful but also very cheesy and can easily be shut down by most players. However, the newly added resolve trinkets added this season make getting away with some of the biggest bursts a little bit easier. So today I want to showcase this Arcane Mage burst build that has the potential to one-shot players within PvP, in case you're looking for a fun new ult to pick up for the patch 9.2. I first want to showcase some of the bursts, then go over the build towards the end of the video. But right before we get into this Arcane Mage burst build, most of you guys watch these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to catch more PvP builds like these, patch 9.2 updates, and potentially future Dragonflight Alpha announcements. So now it's time to get into the build. For this playstyle, you're gonna want to get the Mage tier set with the 2-piece set bonus that's gonna make enemies take more arcane damage when they're affected by Touch of the Magi. The 4-piece bonus gives you a longer duration on Touch of Magi for you to sink in more damage. It does make your burst a little bit less fast since now Touch of Magi has a delay, but it does make it easier if you end up playing this playstyle with the Kyrian Covenant. The talents you need in order to make this kind of burst work are going to be Rune of Power in a level 30 tier, Overpowered in a level 50 tier, and of course Arcanosphere, the prime burst setup ability as part of your PvP talents. The legendary you want to run is Siphon Storm, which will allow evocation to build you up an intellect buff the longer you channel it. This legendary does make your burst setup a little bit longer than most, but this legendary holds the most burst potential. If you're not a fan of Siphon Storm, you could also play Arcane Bombardment, which will separate your burst a little, allowing your barrage to get a little bit more finishing power instead of supercharging your Arcanosphere. You can play this burst build with 2 covenants. The first one will be the Night Fae Covenant, which is a far more forgiving version that allows you to burst more often than the Kyrian. If you play Night Fae, then you want to use the Soulbind of Kharain, together with the First Strike trait for even more crit. The conduits you want are going to be Magi's Brand for even more Touch of the Magi damage buildup, and Discipline of the Grove for even better cooldown reduction. The Night Fae ability reduces the cooldown of many of your powerful abilities quite quick, which gives you more opportunities for burst and more opportunities for crit damage. To burst as a Night Fae, you'll just drop all your cooldowns from the get-go. Apply a Touch of the Magi on the enemy target. Build yourself up a massive Arcanosphere, and while it's traveling to your target, start blasting the enemy with instant cast Presence of Mind Arcane Blasts. This type of burst will be overwhelming for the enemy to deal with and has the potential to one-shot if the Arcanosphere lands a critical strike and they don't pop any immunities. You can also play Arcane with the Kyrian Covenant, which is the more fun version. It offers the most amount of damage, but it's also very unforgiving in comparison to the Night Fae. For the Kyrian Covenant, you want to run the Soulbind of Clea and take every trait that buffs your critical strike chance. Just like Kharain, you'll want to run the Magi's Brand for even more Touch of the Magi damage. And you want to pick up Ire of the Ascended for a stronger Kyrian Stag buff. The Kyrian Covenant ability allows the next few spells to do more damage, stack it up to 4 times, where your 4th spell offers the most amount of damage amp, and your Arcanosphere ability can be buffed up by the Radiant Spark buff effect. And together with a Harmonic Echo legendary, 25% more arcane damage is added as splash damage towards your burst window. However, the Kyrian Arcane burst rotation is a little bit more specific. You want to use the ability of Evocation before you burst. Follow up with the Touch of the Magi into the Kyrian Covenant ability. Then use Arcane Missiles, but only making sure that 4 Arcane Missiles hit the target to build up for the Kyrian Radiant Spark ability. Pop all your cooldowns and use Arcanosphere, build it up and let it fly at the target. You'll want to use Presence of Mind empowered Arcane Blast only after Arcanosphere touches your target to make sure that Arcanosphere benefits from the Radiant Spark stag damage. Blasting the enemy too early will make your Arcane Blast benefit from Radiant Spark, ignoring the damage amplifiers that we're applying towards Arcanosphere. And that's going to be the Arcane Mage burst build for the patch 9.2. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this Arcane Mage burst build? And how likely are you to level a mage yourself in order to try this burst on your own? Also, what other burst builds should we cover on this channel that we haven't covered yet? Is there a playstyle that's underrated that actually has some hidden potential when it comes to PvP in the patch 9.2? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As per always, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this burst update, or potentially if you want to discuss the next expansion of Dragonflight with the rest of the 5.5.1 dueling community. Join our Discord to join part of our community. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.